Greetings, residents. Welcome to Talk of the Town with your supervisor, Dick Thurston. I hope that you've started off the year on a good note, both physically, mentally, economically speaking. It may be a very challenging year, so I hope and wish for the best of everything for all of you. Today, I want to talk about several topics, and the first is, as I mentioned last week, that we are focused on a number of initiatives relating to the word Wappinger, the name of our town. And you may recall that the W that starts off the name is for wellness. And also further down in the line, we have, people. Part of the initiative is focusing on our veterans and trying to assist them, work with them, and to make sure that their well-being and their ability to work within our community, help our community, is well-founded with support from the town and especially our town board. In that respect, we have started a new blog series of videotaping on our veterans, and this is what we're calling Veterans Corner. I and Kevin Hawthorne, the president of our Veterans Advisory Group, met this week to do the first two tapings, which I hope will be released shortly. And we're going to be talking about topics of interest to our veterans, to friends and family of veterans, and how we will increase the support and programs concerning them. And please pay attention, watch those programs, and more importantly, reach out to your veterans for help and volunteer in our organizations. We're going to have a very active program during 2023. So thank you very much ahead of time. Relating to people and wellness as well, as many of you are very well aware, the town supports various sports programs. Wappinger's Little League, which includes both softball and baseball teams, is high on our list. And every year there is a registration process that we help support, and this one is about to begin very, very soon. In fact, spring registration is just around the corner. We have posted on our email broadcast. This is our email blast that we send out. If you haven't registered for that, please go to our website and register. What this does is a Gov Delivery program, sends out notices both of immediate concern and interest, such as water main breaks, and programs such as the Little League registration that we sponsor. So as you can see from this poster, we have both online registration, that's at the Town of Wappinger Little League site, TOWLL. Is the site, and also we're going to have a live registration for our youth. Parents, bring out your children and come and participate with us on February the 11th, and that's from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. where we'll be held right here in the Wappinger Town Hall in our big board meeting room. So please, get your children interested in going outside, participating in some great team sports, meeting new friends, and just having a good old time. So again, on February the 11th, 2023, here in Wappinger Town Hall, we're located at 20 Middle Bush Road in the town of Wappinger, right across the street on the southern side of the Wappinger Junior High School. So I look forward to seeing many of you here for this great registration program. So the Little League soccer, We are looking at other sports proposals, whether it's lacrosse, football, are all extremely important to our youth. Also, I wouldn't mind seeing some adult leagues take place, which we can always talk with you about here in my office, in the recreation office. Jessica Fulton or Todd Bowen can certainly handle any inquiries that you may have. Further, with respect to our people, our youth, again, and looking at wellness, the town is very proud to sponsor scout projects for our boys and girls, and that we were, myself and Bill Beal, who are both Eagle Scouts, had the great fortune and honor to be present at one of our Boy Scouts, Eagle Scout ceremonies that was held last Sunday at the Locust Grove Estate. They have a nice all-purpose use room. And Chris Maurer received his Eagle Scout. I received mine many years ago. I struggled to remember, but I think it was the year of 1966. Bill was a little bit more recent in his Eagle Scout. But we provide opportunities. In the case of Chris Maurer, he was able to help construct, as part of his project, a split rail fence at Carnwath Farms at one of our trailheads, so as to make it look nicer, more presentable, and even safer for the community. So all sorts of scout projects we are happy to do, and internships. We always are welcoming interns, student interns, to come to Town Hall, certainly during holiday seasons and especially the summer, but also other times of the year. We can look at those programs. We also coordinate very closely with a number of social service organizations such as the Rotary Club. So if you have any interest at all, young or old alike, please stop on by and see me, see Maria, who's my executive assistant here in Town Hall, or send us an email. We really look forward to hearing from you with respect to that. Another, and last but by no means least, aspect of Talk of the Town that I want to bring back to an active level is, in the past, I have provided some summaries of our board meetings. I continue to have inquiries to explain what certain board resolutions and process and procedure may be all about. So today I want to start off this year with summarizing the events of the meeting that just took place on January 9th, our first meeting of the 2023 year. Usually, without fail, I think we hold during that first meeting what we call our reorganization meeting, and this focuses on a number of standard resolutions that we pass to really maintain the operations of the town. And this year was without exception one of those events, and we still have some other resolutions to pass. But we break down the resolutions into three categories. One is procedural matters, and I'll give a highlight of these different resolutions. Another is compensation for various staff members and board members. And the final are internal appointments. Those are the people that we've chosen to assist us in various activities, various consultations that the town has on a variety of matters that come up fairly regularly. So this year was again the same types of resolutions. Most of them dealt with the procedural matters. I'm just reading off the agenda. And we had types of operational things, whether it's check printing, it's the bank's depositories of the town, in our resolutions, which you can read in the minutes. We have the designated bank depositories, and we're also capping at $5 million per bank. the amount of deposits, so we don't put your risk monies, taxpayer monies, and those that we receive from other sources at any significant risk. There's, of course, petty cash. Occasionally we'll need some cash to run the town. That's small dollar amounts. Every year we submit a number of reports, including the supervisor's report. I have to submit one to the state controller's office, so this is authorized as well. We do publish our notices on a variety of topics in the print media, and those are covered by the Southern Dutchess News and the Poughkeepsie Journal. So that is part of our approval process. And we have always designated, and we did again this year, the dates of the board meetings and also our town holidays. And those are available on our website, and also I did post those onto our Facebook site. We will, of course, repeatedly make notice out there when right before a holiday event or a regular board meeting, so that everybody will be aware of that. And also, we authorize, the various elected officials, to, spend certain monies, and that's part of the procedural resolutions. The compensation resolutions, ranged from paid holidays, as I mentioned before, salaries for elected officials that was already established in the budget and submitted last fall, as we're required to do by law, but we need a resolution just to formalize that in that event. Mileage reimbursement, as we all know, everything has been going up when it comes to the cost of gasoline, repairs, maintenance. When people use their own personal vehicles, we encourage everyone where we can to use a town vehicle, but where we must do that, then there's a reimbursement process that people have to follow, and that's established by I believe it's the IRS that sets the amounts every year. So we just really follow that. We have a very active recreation program, as you're aware, so we have to set the salaries for all those folks, whether it's full-time, part-time, and that's according to really the minimum wage that's set by the state legislature. So once that is set, which it has been, then we are able to pass a resolution supporting that. We have, as you know, Sheriff's Department, Dutchess County Sheriff's Department, under the very able leadership of our Sheriff Kirk Emperati, provide an important part of our police services throughout the town. The other part is done by our New York State police that are housed in the barracks right next to Town Hall in our emergency services building. As part of the Dutchess County service, we have a liaison. Sergeant Neil Stewart provides a tremendous service to us here in the town hall and also our community. So for his administrative services, there is a $5,000 stipend that goes to further support all the tremendous work, and especially after hours work that Sergeant Stewart does. We have resolutions for a number of other positions, such as our water meters. We don't, for the most part, most of our meters are no longer read manually as far as going up to the meter, taking down a number. They're done on a wireless basis, but that still requires our meters to go around the town, drive around, collect that data off of the local meters, and then compile that and submit that. So we look after them as well when it comes to our compensation for them. When it comes to internal appointments, we start off every year by appointing our town historian, Jody Cavassini. My confidential secretary, my assistant, Maria Janos, is also appointed, and our town's deputy supervisor. This year again, I asked Bill Beal, councilman of the 1st Ward, to serve as my deputy. and of course he gladly accepted. The bill provides important backup support, but also as a confidant, we are able to bounce off a lot of ideas and how to address each one of the items that I have here as far as the community activities for the coming year, and of course consultations with the rest of the board. Our town is one of the few in the county that has a dog control officer. This is a very important role. People don't realize it. We do get a number of concerns raised, complaints about people with pets, and also other animals, which we have to refer to state authorities. But Jerry Owens has done an amazing job over many years and provides that service where you need help, whether there's a stray dog or even some other occurrence that happens. This is especially true for our parks and recreation facilities. People that pay attention to our public broadcasts and or have their own issues to present to the town will know that the town board provides a legislative function with certain types of decision making, such as with respect to changing a zoning provision. And we recently have been considering, and we'll have one more meeting, I believe, on a repeal of a particular section of the zoning code. In addition to that, position, we have the zoning board of appeals as well as the planning, board, and those go and take care of basically administrative review actions relating to permitting, to interpretations of the codes, and also provide the support to our building department headed by Barbara Roberti for assisting residents with issues and also for our code enforcement. So this was our chair people and the reappointment of those two people to the boards was part of this last meeting. We have a number of consultants, advisors to the board. We have certified public accountants. That firm, RBT, was approved again this year. We had a 3-year agreement with them, so this is the third of those 3 years. We have insurance agents and brokers that look after the town, make sure we have the adequate type of insurance coverage to address any exposures. They have done a tremendous job in helping us to keep our rates low, and I believe really fairly lower compared to other communities in our county. IT, information technology, has become extremely critical for any municipality. We've been ahead of the curve, I think ahead of most other municipalities. When I came into office, I immediately made sure that we updated all of our IT systems services, having come from a major corporation that placed significant focus. I was able to help do that. So we have the state of the art when it comes to IT services, when it comes to cybersecurity. And in fact, we sent 2 of our employees to a county cybersecurity conference that was held the other day, and we appreciate the county for offering this. So, Craig Roberts was approved as our ongoing IT consultants, and we have another very important person, and this is Walter Artis. Walter serves as what we call MS4 advisor, but what's so important about that, so critical for our community, is he makes sure that we are in compliance with state laws, codes dealing with water runoff, with the contamination of our streams by sediment. And this comes about largely because of development, whether it's homeowners or developers, and making sure that they follow the strict provisions of the code. Walter was reappointed, and I again look forward to working with him closely And we see a tightening of these regulations, so we're going to be paying more attention to it. And I have that as part of our key initiatives, the ongoing improvement, and that is our letter N, natural resources and environmental protection. And this is, as you'll see, the rollout of more code changes, more provisions relating to protecting our environment will be added on to what we've already done during the past few years. The board is fully in support of this. I appreciate that support. So you'll be seeing more of that. And water, as I said, does play an important part in what we call stormwater management, is the generic term. We also reapproved our bond counsel. Douglas Goodfriend down with the Oric firm in New York City is one of the best around. He has really helped working along with our financial management advisors to help us get the best rates possible when we have to go out for bond funding, and that reduces the burden on our taxpayers. Our last bond issuance was very successful, year and a half ago, and we hit the bond market just at the right time, in large part because of the advice and counsel of our Douglas Goodfriend and our financial resources managers. We'll have more appointments relating to engineering, planning, our legal counsel in a future meeting, but largely most of our housekeeping items were addressed in our January 9th meeting. We're planning to have in February a workshop, whether it's at a regular board meeting or at a special board meeting on a Saturday. We'll discuss that on January 23rd at our board meeting on that particular date. Should any of you have any questions relating to these and other topics that I've gone over, and we'll continue to review with you, please reach out. We're always available by phone, email, or visit. Schedule a visit. Certainly, very welcome. We always have an open door here, and if I'm, available, not tied up, I'll meet residents as they walk in. So we're here from 8:30 to 4 o'clock, and usually a little bit beyond that during the weekdays. And when we have board meetings, other meetings at night, for sure, we'll be here as well. So again, any questions, please reach out. We look forward to more volunteers during 2023. A lot that will be going on. And please, until soon, stay safe and remain well. Thank you, and good day.